I'm Butch Leonard. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest Good Guys Nationals.
Outstanding. The good Lord above gave us beautiful weather. We've had rain for solid for 2.5 months, and the place is packed.
on the merry-go-round here. You can bring your family and just have a good time.
Guys, events are all good. Any event that you go to that you can have fun at, this is it.
I got real horsepower behind me.
Street riding. I don't really even think of it in terms of street riding. It's socializing, having a good time, meeting people, doing things.
Look at that.
Oh, listen. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful.
Bring back memories.
It doesn't bring back memories to young kids.
No, but they've been older people, especially. You drive that Cadillac, you get a 65-year-old lady driving that Cadillac.
Oh, they love it.
Look back at that Cadillac and go, I've seen that backseat before.
I think it's really interesting to see, how people put their vehicles together, and it's just really nice to come down and listen to the band and enjoy the nice weather. It's really beautiful here.
Welcome to the Pacific Northwest Nationals. Hope you have a good time here. We got some good sunshine out for you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
You bet. Enjoy yourself. All right, find a nice party spot.
It's definitely new technology for old-looking cars nowadays, but I think that people just find the nostalgia stuff exciting. I mean, that's why we've got all the just street rods that we've got. It's the whole thing. It all goes together. Oh, the Good Guy Show is outrageous. This is a third one this year so far. Sears Point was back at Indy last week, and this is the best of them all. This Puyallup show is something else unparalleled. All the steel cars here, and even the new glass reproduction cars. I mean, it's just a real cross-section of beautiful cars with a lot of thought and a lot of effort put into them. People out here appreciating them. It's a sunny day. Everybody's having a good time. I mean, my fascination is this is the stuff that I've been doing since I was in high school in one form or another, and I enjoy it. And the people that I talk to, a lot of them are doing the same thing, but there's a whole nother generation coming along building some mighty fine cars in here too. So it's covering a broad spectrum now. It's covered, and I think it's going to stick around because some of the young people are getting into it, the kids. They're doing some nice stuff. And you get to do with it what you want to do with it, whether it be drive it on the street or race it on a drag strip. It's just so satisfying to do it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just fun, and that's what it's fun. There's no other way to color. It's fun. Family event, and I think it always has been. I think it was just portrayed differently than that, and then it was, a few people made a bad name for the many. Another thing is that everybody's a bit more mature, or not everybody, but a lot of the people that you see here that own these cars are a lot more mature than they were 20 years ago too. And we all have families. We've got children, and it's a family event. That's what it's about. That's why nostalgia does it maybe more than a more formalized type of racing where it's so competitive that the family can't be in it. Here we have the family here. I race with my son, my 18-year-old son. He can take that car apart and put it back together like it had zippers on it. And he enjoys himself. It's a real expensive thing, and it's time-consuming, and it takes talents and skill, and you don't come upon those in a day or a week or anything like that. But a lot of them, through watching their fathers do it, are picking it up. Other kids working in shops that are building these things. You see a lot of young people out here, and they've got good appreciation and good ideas.
Well, the show is a good ran show. It's put together very professional. I've been in a lot of shows, and it's one of the best shows around in Puyallup. It's a good, clean sport that everybody can participate in, the whole family, and that's what makes it worthwhile.
And I'm with Good Guy Enterprises, and I think the reason that we're successful is because, number one, we're a family first, and number two, we're a car family. We're involved. Good Guys' families are involved. It's fathers and mothers and children. It's hot rod families that make the event special. I think it's more like a class reunion. People from out of state come to meet friends that they've met before. Looking back on all of our history of doing the street rods are just meeting great people. We've developed some wonderful friendships, and to me, that's the most important part.
For it. A bunch of old guys having fun living in the past, I guess. Yeah. Street rodding really is a family event. I have my son Joey with me here, and you can look around, you see a lot of families with having picnics with kids, and it's just a fun thing to do, and the whole family enjoys going in the cars, and it's just a great family event.
The neat thing is that not only is our family involved, but everybody else's family is involved. It's the husband and the wife and the kids, and they follow them in the cars, and they show up at the events, and everybody's just having a good time. And we're all just one big giant hot rod family.
It's a revival.
It's a revival, you betcha.
It's fantastic, yeah. It is. It's more the social events, I believe, than the cars bring you together and make it happen, but it's what happens after hours. You park the cars and you just enjoy each other.
The Good Guys put on such a good event that we really like to attend it every year.
I think the key to the Good Guys up here in the Pacific Northwest is that everything is laid back, do your own thing. Nobody's out here trying to tell you what you got to do. Just to have fun and have a good time. I think it goes back to when we were in our youth, things that we wanted then and we couldn't afford, but we hopefully can afford them today. It's just good, clean, honest fun. Up here in Puyallup in the state of Washington, we call this God's country. We do a lot of logging, a lot of fishing, a lot of farming. Puyallup Valley is known for its berries, its daffodils, its tulips. I'd rate the Puyallup Fairgrounds as probably one of the finest fairgrounds in the United States. Excellent for cruising, lots of grass, beautiful flowers, fountain in the entryway. It's a gorgeous fairgrounds.
time, money, and hours to create something like this?
I don't know, it's just the love of the cars, you know. We did it when we were kids. They weren't quite as high-tech and as fancy, but it's just, you know, the love of the automobile, the love of the hot rod, the power, the looks. It's hard to explain. It's something you start doing, you get involved with it when you're young, and you just can't stay away from it. The thing I really like about it is because you get to see all the lead sled cars, the 50 Mercs, the later model cars, the 55, 56, 50, 70 Chevys. Of course, I like the pre-48s because that's what I own, but I really enjoy looking at those other cars too. Well organized, really a good run.
I think the chance to do anything you want with your car, and nobody can outdo anybody else. Everybody's car is an equal in this sport.
You guys having fun at the show?
Yeah.
Yeah?
How are you?
What do you like about it?
I liked it. It's kind of like you were saying, like in a different era, kind of. You've seen all the old cars. It's not from our generation, so it's fun to see it.
Really?
Watch the older people get
Good answer.
kind of excited about it. Just that you get transformed back into a different era that we weren't a part of. It's kind of fun.
How does it make you feel? Like you missed something?
Well, kind of different, just different. You compare cars of today and the cars of yesterday, and I don't think anyone gets the emotional attachment to a car today like these cars do. Dad reminisces about rebuilding and what they had.
Old Dad, he's probably 45 years old. Old Dad, right? Dad is really old.
Really old.
Like my kid.
Well, I guess one of the good things about Good Guys is all the good guys you get to meet around here. All the hot rodders. There's some real fine guys.
Somebody told me this is more of a socializing kind of activity than a hobby. Can you comment on that?
Well, I believe it is kind of a social type thing. Because some of the guys would, we do know each other. They get to see what kind of changes they made on their car over the winter months that have gone by. And we get to tell a whole bunch of different stories.
A lot of people think they're clunkers. Jalopies. But we just tell them it's got all the techniques. It's got air conditioning. It's got a nice 350. It's got a turbo transmission. It's got disc brakes all the way around. It's just got everything you want.
Guys, is quite an organization, and this show here in particular gives us a place to bring our cars for everybody to see. The cars from all over the Northwest show up here, and the latest in high-tech street rods. It's a great place to be. It's very well organized, and this show here is really well laid out. You get a chance to see everything without stumbling all over everybody, and your car gets good exposure here too.
it's the people that make it fun for the other people. It's the interaction. It's the seeing old friends that you haven't seen for a year or two, and you see them at this event. And it's like old home week. They tell old war stories about, hey, remember the time we drove to such and such and we broke down and we did this and that. And it just creates all that kind of a great feeling of camaraderie, a feeling of family, a feeling of being all together as with one common interest. And that common interest is simply having fun with cars. Well, some of the crazy guys are one of the reasons that our events are kind of different up this way. The Pacific Northwest is filled up with lots of great people that like to party, like to have fun with their cars. And, of course, that's what our association is all about.
It's a 1949 bathtub Nash. It's been chopped 3 inches in front. Has a TPI Chevrolet motor in it, tubbed in the back with disc brake Lincoln rear end. The front suspension is a custom cost member made by Uncle Al, and it's got Mustang coupe components. Well, I think the selection of the cars of the good guys is far better than any other runs in the country, because they let all different types of cars in. They don't have a cutoff date. Actually, you get all different kinds of cars, because when these cars, originally, they were custom cars along with hot rods at the same time. So I think it's just, the mix here is just beautiful, and the quality of cars are better every year. Somewhere in your life you become a car nut, and it never goes away. And the motivation is you like to have something a little different. You know, everybody can drive just a plain old plain Jane car, but these cars are all different. They're all each man's personality.
Riding to me is just basically the fun. I mean, it's fun with cars, the fellowship with all the guys associated, and it took me a while to realize it, but the bonus is the cars. It's the people that I've met, and I've traveled quite a bit, and I got friends from one end of the country to the other, and it's just through the cars that I've met them, and it's sort of like an unspoken fellowship with the guys, you know, and it's something I look for. I make certain runs just to see certain people that I've met, and I only meet them once a year. We go out to have dinner, and when it's all said and done, it normally ends with, hey, Lord willing, we'll see you again next year.
You will not come and have someone come and say, I don't like this. I don't like that car. You won't have anyone say that. if they haven't got a good thing to say, they usually shut their mouth and walk away.
Yeah.
And which is not like any other, any other hobby or
Pretty
sport.
positive hobby.
Yeah.
Everything's it's pretty positive all around.
Yeah, and if they haven't got a nice thing to say, they're very complimentary. Actually, sometimes they drive you nuts. They're too friendly. They want to, it gets. But
it's not like competition. Everybody, there's more compliments, and everybody likes to have the nicest thing they can have.
No, very.
You got other people want to help them do it.
No. Street riding, hot rodding or street riding people are very nice. I feel.
No secrets. Wonderful. Nobody keeps any secrets. How do you do this? You just say, well, this is how you do it. And
everybody wants to have the nicest car, but they still appreciate somebody else's nice car.
Absolutely, because they always didn't have a nice car.
Yeah.
They'll share it. Yeah.
This is the guy that drives with his feet.
Yeah, I was the first person in the state of Washington to be licensed to drive a car without arms, without adaptive equipment. There are no special controls on this car at all. The steering column has been shortened a little bit to make it a little bit shorter, but there's nothing. Gas and the brake with the right foot, steer with the left foot.
People coming in and don't have a car and they get treated the same. Really do.
Yeah, everybody's nice to everybody.
Everybody's nice to everyone. I've never had a bad experience in 25 years of building cars.
Never ship problem with it running.
No, big dollar guys, small dollar guys.
Yeah.
No, wonderful. Yeah, I built race cars for Repco Brabham for years, and I come over here and married a local girl, and love it over here. Wonderful people in America, especially Washington. Very friendly.
I think a lot of people are attracted to it. It's more or less our age, where the fellas coming up in the 40s, 50s, and 60s all associate their early teens with street rods, and we all now are in a position to own these cars, and so it's become a nationwide phenomenon.
It's the cars and the people. Mainly, you meet friends, and then the next year you run into them again, and it really makes for a good time.
there's more cars, different variety, and it's just a lot of fun. Get to meet more people from different areas.
You have to see to believe it. You have to be there, you have to look at it, you have to get the feeling of what's going on. Just a fine collection of cars. Just the good times, the music, and the good-looking cars.
There's a car here for everyone, and that's what's so neat about it. There's not a duplicate here. Everyone's different. Everybody's choices are so individualistic. That's what makes it so special. It's just a beautiful gathering of people and cars.
Well, the thing we're known for, I think, is the smiles. There's very, very few people that come to one of our events that aren't smiling. I mean, they're having a good time. And once you get that mindset that you're having a good time with your car, that carries through to your home life. A typical hot rod guy is going to have a good frame of mind, a good spirit, whether he's working from Monday to Friday, or if he's out here just enjoying himself with his car. With every event we do, we try to add something new. This event here in Puyallup, for instance, we do Friday night drags. We've got entertainment, we've got exhibits inside and outside, we've got some seminars, we've got drags on Friday night. And another thing that's important, I think, at our events is that era of those 50s cars. The 51 Chevys, the 55 to 57 Chevys, the Fords, the Studebakers. There's just all kinds of neat things that go on, and like I say, people from all walks of life enjoy just hanging out. And that's really what makes our events so much different than any other rod-type event, is the expanded years, the smiles on everybody's faces, the increased awareness that other people have. People that walk in here, they may not know that that's a 47 Pontiac. Well, that's not important. The thing that is important is that they're having a good time, they're learning about cars.
I don't know, I think it's really exciting. It's just, it's like a rush, an adrenaline rush.
Better than drugs, prestige, class. I think it's bred into you at a young age, at least it was for me. And in my hometown of 25,000 people, there's an awful lot of street rods that come out of there. And to hear those open pipes rumble down the road when I was a kid, about 7, really inspired me. 4 older brothers, they were all into it. Remember my brother pulling off his mufflers when I was 7, giving me a ride to school. It was the ultimate rush, and it led me here. That's it. You bet.
I drove a new Corvette. One of the guys from Hot Rod Magazine had it the other day.
92,000.
Store and back, and people
snubbed us.
Snub you like you're way too rich.
Yeah, it wasn't ours. It belonged to Hot Rod Magazine.
You drive some of the customers' cars that are worth way more money, but they're old cars, and people have a positive attitude toward them. Oh, there's a guy that worked and got a car down or something.
Yeah.
It's different than
driving a Porsche or Ferrari.
Something like that. It's not when you have a street rod, monetary value is kind of gone.
The good thing about it, you've got 2 green cars right here. You've got a 33 Ford that's probably worth $60,000. You've got a 51 Buick, which my wife owns there, that's $7,500. And as many people look at that Buick as do the 33. So we're talking a big difference in money. We're talking $55,000 difference here. And that old Buick gets just the same attention. So, you don't have to spend a lot of money to be happy. That's the way I feel about it anyway. True?
Yeah.
Boys? No, Gary does a good job too.
Tell him how to make a fortune building street rods.
If you want to make a small fortune in street rods, you better start with a large fortune.